Hey guys, and welcome to Girls Frontline 2. So recently I've been scrounging the internet for a couple of CN sources for the tier list, and I think I may have found one, and I'd like to share this with you just in case if you don't know where it is. This is the main page. If you guys are into Reddit or post or reading posts or scrolling every day on what is happening in Girls Frontline 2 on all of the posts of people that are here, then this is probably the site for you. So this site is you know, mostly all about Girls Frontline 2 and stuff that you might be interested in, including some of the tier lists that we will be featuring today. Plus, some of them have builds, some of them are questions, some of them are even memes. So again, this is a nice site. I'm actually going to be putting this in the description of this video so that you could bookmark this just in case if you want to take a look at the stuff that is happening here. But I have two distinct tier lists or distinct what do you call this, distinct articles or members here, because for you to follow them you need to have an account. I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to be featuring them here. The first one is I got this. It's being uploaded by Retempest. So this guy probably has a couple of articles drafted for Girls Frontline 2. So this was during the Robella update that he actually put out. In this article is going to be a tier list that he put together. We're gonna be going to that in a while after I run through everything here. Also, this one I'm gonna be putting a link in the description so that you could access this directly rather than find it in the whole bunch of the post that it had. So bear with me because most of the translations here are from simplified Chinese and going to English. So you might want to read in your own time with this. So aside from the tier list, he does have a team build recommendation, so you just have to read through. These are usually DPS. These are going to be your I think support. This is going to be your sustain, and these are your other options for the team. So this is lightning, fire, hydro, and freeze. So you can take a look at all of these builds just in case you want to go through them. Plus, there is an individual write-up on each of the dolls in terms of weapons, in terms of their build. If you want to go through all of these, you can go. But again, some of them needs translation. You could actually translate them in an app if you want, but you could actually run through this guide. This is very helpful apart from the the non-translation to English. And sorry, the last one that that was launched was Yuhi recently for globals. That is why it's here. So going back to the tier list, because tier list is what we're here to discuss. So the tier list, because most of you guys don't really want Pride Wins tier list, so I actually opted to search a couple of tier lists here. Probably going to be searching more, which is more consistent, which is more ideal for everybody. But so far this will do. So for tier 4, for the columns here, he actually arranged these according to the type. So this is going to be the type of doll that we have. So according to type, the first one, this column is tier 4. So this is CN, guys. This is not global. So most of your SR dolls are actually down here below, including Lota. Not gonna argue with the SRs, but here he does have from tier 3 up to tier 0. There are a lot of duplicates in terms of the tier list because some of them have multiple copies plus their gun. So I think this one, if you can take a look at this, so Kluka is here at tier 3. This is, I think, at V0 and no gun. Plus, if you take a look at tier 0, it has 6+1. So that's tier 6 and plus 1 copy of the gun. Similar to Springfield as well. Springfield, however, if you take a look at her, if she has 1 copy and no gun, use any other gun, she's at tier 1. So again, guys, take this with a grain of salt in terms of if you think that this tier list is actually making sense for you, then definitely go for this tier list. We're gonna go to another tier list in a while, but so far, from what I'm seeing in this tier list, this guy has tier zeros. This one, he also has ones and zeros, 6 and 1. So 6 copies, 1 gun, 1 copy, 0 gun. And just check out all of the things that are here, because you might want to. I don't usually, per se, I don't usually would want to include a 6 copy Klukai. I would usually go for the minimum optimal copy that should be achieved. Because again, 6 is going to be whale territory. Not everybody can really afford to get 6 copies for a single character. Again, we'll go to that in a while. We have a separate tier list for that. The 6 copy tier list. We'll go through that. But again, I would usually do the what is the acceptable in terms of usability. How many copies does that character need? Not the max per se. So more or less, just try to compare both tier lists, and we'll go to the next the next tab. So this guy is Shiui Sakura. So again, for you to follow these guys, you need to have an account here, which we don't have. So let's go back to the account. So if you wish to you do a follow, you have to create an account. But this guy has a more elaborate tier list. This one is a video from Bilibili that he created to explain his tiers, but it's in Chinese, so more or less you guys won't be able to understand it unless you speak the language. So again, with this tier list, he has both tier lists here. We'll go to that in a while. Plus, right now we do have Florence, and Florence has some recommendations here. Again, you have to go to the translator for these recommendations. Springfield as well. Leva as well, recommendations, and he has some team recommendations right now. So for the team recommendation, the first one, this is Hydro, all Hydro. This one is going to be electric plus this is a mishmash of other other elements, but this is a main electric. This one is going to be Hydro Koro. So very evident with Hydro and Koro elements here. Then this one is a pure fire team, which is usually most common and mostly achievable if Chua is actually out. This one is going to be your freeze, Koro, and there's an electric copy here, which is Rebella is freeze. So freeze and Koro. This is a freeze Koro team. Some of these teams are actually in my tier list, in my meta list, which I'm usually revising. So I will be updating that. You can actually take a look at that in another video. And the last one is, I think this is a physical team. So 1, 2, 3 physical Koro. Okay, so again, apart from his tier list, he does have team builds, and builds for each of the operatives or each of the characters. Let's go back to the tier list here. So this tier list is, let's open this image up. So this tier list here, very simple to understand, because the numbers on top are going to be the dupes, and it's actually weird because let's compare both tier lists here. Let's open up the other one. So this one is the, I think this is the minimum copy that you should get for each. So let's go with Florence here. So Florence is, if she doesn't have any copies, she's tier 1. But if she is 6 copies, based on this tier list, she's also tier 1. So it's actually weird. So I think the tier 1 copy of Florence should be lower, not of the same. So again, this tier list is going to for probably the either 0 or minimal optimal copies for the dolls. The last tier list is actually for a very whale tier list. This is going to be for 6 copies for everybody. So this is what I'm intrigued about. So for tier 0, definitely have Klukai. Ro is here, Nikita is here, and Leva is here. So all of the hard hitters are here. Then you have Chua, you have Springfield, and you have Yuhi. So I think the top one is going to hold true. For tier 1, yes, QJ, yes, Macchiato, yes, Tulolo, yes. Sharkry, tier 6. V6, tier 1 probably should go down. If everybody's at V6, I don't think Sharkry is going to be at at tier 1. Then we have Perithia. Perithia is tier 1? Should be going down. Jiang Yu could go down. There should be a tier 0.5 in this tier list. So more or less, this is some of these are going to go down. So Dayan, probably Belka, Chao Hui is actually here. Probably should go down as well. Faye, interesting. Probably should go down. For Sabrina, probably should go down if all are 6. Okay, so you have Andoris, yes. Perry should go down. Vector, yes. Dash should go down. Florence could stick around. Michti, probably yes. Sent, yes. Somi, yes. And Leva, yes. So for tier 2, Papasha, Ulrid, Vepli at tier 3? What? Yeah, I think so. She doesn't have much at the V6. Not really that much. So probably agree with tier 3 and tier 2. So this tier list clearly lacks a middle tier list between tier 0 and tier 1. Probably could have a tier 0.5. The nearly there, tier. So probably could expand much a bit. But again, guys, these are just tier list options for you. I'm going to be putting links for 1, 2, and 3 in the description of this video. So again, guys, take this initial, the tier list with a grain of salt. Again, there have been a lot of versions for the CN tier list. I cannot really create my own tier list because number one, I don't have an experience playing dolls yet from the CN version. But for global, definitely, I'm confident that the tier list is actually kind of there. So I don't have data experience-wise for CM. That is why I'm researching for those that are near to, I think, what is CN's tier list gonna be. I'm gonna be keeping on researching for other tier lists, but for now, bookmark these. They're gonna be serving as your CN tier list for quite a while. So thank you guys for staying this far. What do you think of this tier list? Take care, stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.